on 95.1 Nigeria Info.
6:16 a.m. Welcome back to the morning Crossfire. This is your number one station for talk, 95.1 Nigeria Info FM here in Abuja. Time to get into what the newspaper headlines are saying for today, the 5th day in the month of March 2025.
Hot and fresh off the press, these are the front pages.
As you already know, these headlines are published by these media houses and have nothing to do with Nigeria Info. We're going to be taking a look at the Punch newspapers, the front pages of the Vanguard, the Daily Trust, and the Guardian newspapers. Kicking off with the Punch on the front page, a cover story here says, a rivers crisis, Niger Delta groups threaten violence as budget ultimatum expires today. EFCC arrests 9 suspected internet fraudsters in Abuja. Stop unlawful remands. NBA president tells Southeast CJs. PDP has given up on itself, says Jandor. Banditry reps call for military base in Zamfara communities. Natural gas supply to NLNG reduces by 80%, according to a report. Akpati Uduagan's harassment claims sign of weakness, says Itagiwa. Lawmakers adamant as Obasa pushes for clerk's reinstatement. Naira rally puts currency speculators on edge. 2 killed in Ibadan Road explosion. President appoints Ogunjimi as Accountant General. FG loses 120 billion naira to illegal private jet charters, according to reports. LG crisis, APC, PDP trade words over Adeleke at Conde's meeting. Abia PDP expels Wabara, 6 new bot chairman. And finally, on the Punch newspapers, Edo poll, PDP, APC bicker as tribunal adjourns for judgment. These and many more headlines you'd find on the Punch newspapers this morning. A quick look at the front page of the Vanguard. The cover story here says, oil price decline to $73.5 per barrel threatens budget 2025 revenue targets. Rivers crisis, leaders, INC talk tough. Lagos Assembly, no plan to compel Obasa to resign, says Lagos APC. Alleged sexual harassment, CAN opposes calls for Fabio's resignation. We need peace in Niger Delta. NDDC begs monarchs and youths. Catholic Church kicks as kidnappers abduct priest seminarian in Edo. Trump pauses military aid to Ukraine after Oval Office clash. Stronger security collaboration needed to boost oil production, says Tantita MD. Ogoni, Mossop, 31 groups demand justice for Sarawiwa. Lagos Assembly, Obasa in reconciliatory meeting with Miranda, other lawmakers. 19 senators denied landing permits at Taraba Airport, according to Senator Jim Kuta. Women can't be sexually harassed when they become senators, according to Itagiwa. And finally, on the Vanguard newspapers, Tinubu, Kalu, others back bill to reserve seats for women in parliament. These and many more headlines you'd find on the Vanguard newspapers this morning. A top story on the Daily Trust front page says, how will school closure before end of term affect pupils? You'd find details of that story on the Daily Trust. He passed on in hotel. Police confirm death of ex-immigration CG. We are not enemies. Shekarau speaks on relationship with Kwankwaso. Makinde, I will reveal my preferred successor in January. 2025 Hajj sacrosanct. I won't let Tinubu down, according to NACON chairman. Natasha Akpabio saga divides PANDEF, ACF. Killings of northern drivers in southeast unacceptable, according to ACF. Makinde, I'll reveal my preferred successor in January. Nigeria has secured $50 billion, not naira, $50 billion investment deals, according to Oduwole. PDP disappointed me on the eve of Guba election, says Jandor. Benue APC women canvass support for Alia. Ogoni demands licensing of indigenous companies as condition for oil exploration. China, Canada to retaliate Trump's tariff war. And finally, on the Daily Trust, petrol price wars to intensify as market emerges from debris of chaos. These and many more headlines you'd find on the Daily Trust this morning. A final stop over the front page of The Guardian. A cover story here says CBN may appoint 16 new directors. EFCC grills ex-Akwa Ibom Governor Udom over alleged 700 billion naira fraud. Alleged violations, FCCPC to arraign MTN CEO, others on May 28. 3 oil companies owe FG $5.5 million. That's according to NUPRC. NAS positioning Nigeria for $1 trillion economy by 2030, says Senate leader. Anxiety as FG tightens news on MDAs with new payment platform. Nigeria ranks 3rd among Africa's top 10 debtors. FG may shut Abuja Airport Terminal over illegal activities. Police foil kidnapping ring in Imo, arrest 4 suspects. Infrastructure key to developing Nigeria's gas resources, says Shell. CSO laments obesity trend among 33 million Nigerians. And finally, on the Guardian newspapers, malaria, a socio-economic burden holding back people, says Shonwole. Shonwolu, the governor of Lagos State. That'll be a good place to wrap it up on the newspaper headlines. Time to get to your reactions. We'll take a very quick break for the commercials. And when we return, the phone lines will be open and you can drop your comments and messages on WhatsApp and on Facebook and YouTube.
Let's go. Golden penny pasta. More reasons to love. Golden penny pasta. What's your reason? What's your reason? Oh. Tell me what's your reason? My sweet spaghetti is rich in protein.
Nigeria Info's I Beg to Differ student debate tournament is now in the round of 16. And we're shaking things up. Some of the best losers are back as wildcards. Ready to prove they belong in the competition. But from this stage on, only those who can convince and not confuse you will make it to the next round. Who has what it takes to outthink, out-argue, and outlast the rest? Tune in, listen, and decide for yourself. 3 p.m. Monday to Thursday. Catch the debate live on 95.1 Nigeria Info and follow the action on social media platforms. I Beg to Differ, where the best minds clash and only the strongest arguments stand.
This is Morning Crossfire on 95.1 Nigeria Info.
It's 6:30 a.m. Time to get to your reactions. The numbers to call are 0700 951 0000, 0809 597 4869. On WhatsApp, it's 080 999 30137. Remember, we're streaming live on Facebook and on YouTube at Nigeria Info Abuja. So you can either watch on Facebook or YouTube and drop your comments and thoughts as you do. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
You're welcome.
I want to talk about the former Controller General of Immigration that was killed. I think, to my own opinion, it's too fast for the reaction from the police, because they should have also considered the image of that family over the death of the man with a woman in the hotel. And I understand the police is trying to clear the air of insecurity in Abuja. This is not first time that people are being kidnapped in Abuja, so it's not like a new thing. They should have taken their time, make researches, and come up with something else. And what if by tomorrow the story they told us is not true? That image, would they bring it back? That's number one. On the Ariwa, giving warning over northern drivers attack in the east. You know, they have been blackmailing this agitation for Biafra. They brought Simon Epa, who brought violence, kidnapping, and so many things with other non-state actors trying to deviate real agitation from criminality. The Igbo people, the Easterners, has nothing or no quarrel with the northern genuine businessmen. What our people is against is the headers, the Fulani headers who come to the bush and stay and attack farmers and those who come to their farmland. If you come to any city or any town or any state, come to the city where people rent house, like all of us are doing. Rent your house, do your businesses genuinely. Nobody will ever attack you, or nobody will ever come. But all this propaganda to make IPOB, or the people of the East know that IPOB is their savior and the last line. So it wouldn't stop the mission of being free. It is our right to agitate. So all of this political...
Oh dear, apologies for that. Please do also call back to finish your line of thought. The numbers once again are 0700 951 0000, 0809 597 4869. On WhatsApp, it's 080 999 30137. We're streaming live on Facebook at Nigeria Info Abuja, on YouTube at Nigeria Info Abuja. On Facebook, Chukwugozie Ono says, good morning, Gabriella. I'm watching live from Uburu in Ebonyi, Ohio, Zara LG, Ebonyi State. On Okpabio, Natasha, the fight of lion and chicken. I will not be surprised who wins this fight. God help Nigeria, Nigerians. Oyewale Fatonla, still on Facebook, says EFCC arrests ex-Akwa Ibom Governor Udom Emmanuel over alleged 700 billion naira fraud. Like many politicians before him, he'll likely get bail and the case will drag on. When things heat up, The accused may stage a courtroom stunt and it fades away. Worse, alleged criminals often return to government roles. The cycle of impunity continues, making a mockery of justice. That is pathetic, is what Oyewale Fatunla says. Back to the calls now. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, sis. How are you?
Very well. You're welcome.
Thank you, Mrs. Summers, for calling. Ramadan Kareem to all of us. For the Oga that was reported that he was killed, then later police said no. He was found dead in his hotel room. See, but the truth is,
are you there? Okay, I think we have some interference. Let's see if I can get you back on. Okay. They should work
can you
now.
hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now. Go ahead.
Okay, so I'm saying that, let me repeat it, that before now they told us that Oga, they killed him. Then police said no, he died in his hotel room. So I was saying that when somebody is no more, whatever you do, whatever you say, the person does not know. It is left for the family to just bear the story they will hear. But I just want to advise men. I'm always talking to women. Men, eat the food that you know will go down well in your system. Don't overdo. This one that some of you will go take drugs just to satisfy somebody, not even yourself. Reduce it. Don't carry waiting past your power. Because it's don't carry waiting past your power. When somebody tell you harder, tell the person where my power reach. When an actress says her husband is 1 minute man, some people are even the ones saying, yes, me I'm a half-minute man, manage me the way I am. Stay alive. And all this extramarital curriculum you people are doing, not gonna reduce and or stop it. Finally, on the issue of Madam Natasha and the Senate President, somebody said that when a ram and chicken, they are fighting, who will win. It's not always the story. Do you know that small ants can bring down a whole elephant? So we should be careful. I see groups saying that this particular plot is to bring the idea, the dream of Mr. President of becoming a president the second time, not to come to reality. Did Mr. President tell you that he wants to come out 2020, next election? That is one. Secondly, how come what the Senate President will do will affect Mr. President? How? Is it Mr. President that is involved in the story? Then I hear some women say that if you become a senator, the issue of harassment is not even coming up at all. It's just unfortunate that some of us women, we don't like fellow women. On this platform, me, myself, Mommy Z, do you know what I go through? Some people will just call your husband and say, why do you allow your wife to call? You need a man that is ready to allow you to be yourself, to be a woman, to be a human being before you do certain things in this country. A woman came out and said, somebody harassed me. Please, I'll conclude. Somebody harassed me. Allow the person defend himself. Whose side? You are not coming out to say it's not true. This one. How? Sexual harassment is real. I'm not talking of Madam Natasha, but most women go through this. The moment you are working with a man, the next thing is because the man does not have self-control. He wants to sleep with you and they say you should not talk. If you talk, they will say, why are you saying, man, you know what I'm talking about. How many of us can control ourselves? And you are telling her not to talk. So many people will not be harassed. They will not say, no wonder. I told men on this platform that don't vouch for your wife. So because what some of us go through, you don't want to do, but with this one, you quickly do and close your mouth. And it's a taboo in some of our culture. I bet allow this woman and the Senate President to handle their issue.
Right.
Don't come out and just belittle the story. It's painful.
All right.
Thank you. I love you, ma.
Thank you so much for sharing your thoughts. Good morning.
Thank you, my princess. Good morning.
You're welcome.
Thank you. My name's Abasanjo from Lapai, calling you from Niger State.
You're welcome. Go ahead.
Thank you. EFCC, they cannot even ashamed, even for once. The EFCC will never been ashamed since this government take leadership from 2015. Shame is not their name. The judges, shame is not their name. Everything, they want to stabilize Nigerian. They want to make Nigerian ungovernable. Shame, we know. The former EFCC, who is the present NIA, he stated in 2016 that Mr. President, today President, is corrupt. The AGF is corrupt. Yerima is corrupt. Akpabio, we know, NDDC, money, honorable of your mic, is corrupt. EFCC, even for once, they will not be ashamed. Their name is not being ashamed.
All right.
EFCC, be fair to Nigerians. The judges, be fair to Nigerians. What happened in Rivers, in the Sokoto, I am not even talking about the Sokoto, the Kano election, the Kaduna elections, the Niger elections. Be ashamed of yourself.
Okay. That's a lot to go around. On Facebook, Comrade Suleiman Buno says, good morning, enjoying the program. Thank you so much for that. Also, Francis Namani says, the government should, as a matter of urgency, address the current hike in electricity tariff, hike in telecoms, and other persistent economic hardship in the country, is what it says. Let's go on out to WhatsApp and see what you're saying on here. Wale Fatola says Senator Itagiwa dismisses Senator Natasha's harassment claim against Akpabio, saying female senators cannot be harassed and calling accusations a sign of weakness. This view is dangerous, as harassment isn't about rank but power and coercion. Silencing victims protects predators. If Akpabio is innocent, he should provide evidence himself. Sending women to defend him only strengthens suspicion that Natasha's claim may be true, is what Wale says. Let's see this from Oludade Abiodun, who says, good morning once again. The gladiators in rivers should allow peace for the benefit of people. I totally agree with Jador of the PDP. They allow a man of selfish interest to scatter the party. According to Madam Giwa, she believes they are all equal in the chamber, be you a lady or man, so no one should allow anybody to intimidate him or her. Let's listen to these voice notes.
Good morning, Auntie Gabriella. Good morning to all listeners of Nigeria Info FM. Greetings to all my Muslim brothers and sisters. Happy Ramadan to you all. May all our prayers be accepted by God. God bless you. Keep living in peace. May the peace of God be with us all. Thank you.
Good morning, Gabriella. Maskman talking from Abu. Federal government says they have secured a $500 billion investment. Nice. Let it materialize so that we Nigerians can see and feel it. Not just coming to say what, saying it with mouth, and then it will not come to pass in this country. Thank you for the opportunity.
Yeah, very good morning to you, beloved. My name is Tim. I'd like to talk about the case going on about the Senate President and Senator Natasha. You know, no one should hold brief for anyone. No one should hold brief for anyone. They know themselves better. An individual can stand in for themselves and defend themselves. Because most times where they go, we are not there. We are not there with them. So let the matter be trashed in a manner of integrity, so that no one will hold brief for anybody. No one will speak for anybody, because you are not them. They know themselves better. They know what they have been doing over time. And so let let integrity prevail. Let the right thing be done. And so that we'll have it right. You have a lovely day. Goodbye. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much for sharing that. Let's get back to the phone lines. Good morning. Oh, dear. Lost that call. Please the world to call back. Hello. Good morning.
Yeah, morning, Gabriella.
You're welcome.
This is Prophet Michael Chimoke.
You're welcome. Go ahead.
On Trump, Canada, China, saying that they will retaliate. Trump has left the purpose, and I'm to direct him back. And God has given me the power to ask questions on the inauguration. My book, I'm still computing. I'm on timeless to read this book.
All right. Thank you so much for sharing. Hello, good morning. Hello.
Good morning, Gabriella.
Good morning. You're welcome.
Good morning, Gabriella.
Yes, you're welcome.
Thank you. This is Goza Max.
Go ahead.
Thank you. The allegation against former governor of Odo Emmanuel, the governor of Akwa Ibom State, is really surprising. But it's not surprising because this is Nigeria, where we don't have a functional system to checkmate stealing in public offices. How could an individual steal 1 billion, 2 billion, 3 billion, 10 billion, 50 billion, 100 billion, up to 700 billion? How did the system permit that? We now see why, whether it's true or false. Now consider the other governors. How much are they stealing? We now know why borrowing is on the high side, and then there is no development in commensurate with the borrowing. It's totally unacceptable, and we really need to overhaul our system. Now the masses are the receiving end. Check out how much you are paying for power. Check out how much you are being taxed. So when you tax the general public, you now give this money to the governors, give this money to legislators, give this money to the judiciary. And then in the process, only few of them will take so much of it. It's unacceptable, it's condemnable, and it's reprehensible. Thank you.
Thank you as well for sharing your thoughts. Good morning.
Good morning, my sister, this morning.
You're welcome.
Good morning.
Yes, you're welcome. What's your name?
Hello, good morning.
Oh dear, the line is breaking. You may want to call back. Let's take some of your messages. Kristen Samuel from Maraba on WhatsApp says, I appreciate the contribution of Obasanjo in Niger State. It is factual and nothing but the truth. This says, good morning, Gabriella, Nigeria Info. Nigeria rated what position in Africa as the highest debt nation? How did we find ourselves here? Nigeria lent money to IMF in 1976. Today, same Nigeria has become a borrowing nation. Can you see what bad leaders can cause? Pa Andrew A. Uduimo from Suleja sent that one in. This here says Akpabio should clear his name so he can end prestigiously. But really I'm tired of the kind of things coming out from Nigeria daily. They're not inspiring at all. Evans Megs from Akko in Lugbe. And Danjuma Eagle from Sabon Wuse says, my contribution this morning is on structural violence against Ogoni people by oil exploration companies. When you see conflicting needs and you identify yourself with them with compassion and understand, it will lead to create problem solving, team building, and stronger relationships. Okay, I get that. Thanks for sharing. I think we'll take a final call and wrap this up. Good morning.
Good morning, Madam Gabriella, beautiful lady of the day.
Good morning. What's your name?
This is a lovely brother from northern part of Nigeria, living for Federal Manaruna.
All right, go ahead.
I get Salasi and my elder brother from Niger State, Obasanjo from Lapai. My sister, EFCC arrest Emmanuel Don to alleging fraud of the 100 billion naira. It's lie. It's the only PDP governors that is still money. They arrest the former governor of Taraba State, Governor Dairu. Now, Odom, last one, Okowa. It's the only PDP governor that is still the money. APC, they want to destroy the opposition. And they never want. Because the masses of Nigeria are suffering under this regime. There's many APC governors take the money and they live there. They didn't arrest them. So we are telling the EFCC officials and including their boss, which is president, all their plan A, plan B to destroy the opposition party. Many people are ready for that. Thank you.
All right, that'll be a final call. There's a few messages here on Facebook. Let's see. Aliu Ruben Omeza says a decline in oil price is a wake-up call for the government to be intentional to rechannel its energy into other sources of revenue rather than crude price relied on each time the annual budget is prepared. Moses Iwoha, watching live from Mina, Niger State. Good morning to you. Dr. Mrs. Umar Libera from Owerri says, my generation is fast losing all forms of godliness. We hail crime and criminals. We are easily silenced with offers of peanuts. It's alleged that our courts give judgment, not justice, and we have become a bizarre business where judgment and not justice is given to the highest bidder. Let a court of public opinion spring up in every compound, is what she says. Thank you so much for sharing that. That will be a good place to wrap it up this morning on the newspaper review. We'll take a quick break for the commercials, and right after we get into the lead for today. Don't go away.
This is Morning Crossfire. The politics.
This is Nigeria Info.